We'll give it few minutes so the people can start. We will be starting in a minute. Just until this announcement goes to the members to start logging in. Okay, I think, but I didn't even receive that's I'm live. Let's give it to. Let's give it. Bassam is live now, which is of light. Yes. Okay, we are live. Okay, hello, Lama Rimen. Lama is with us. So we are live now. We have few of our audience available. Lama, don't go. Stay here because these items are very important for you and you will love it. Okay, so Atman, let us start and slowly the audience will grow. Okay? I'm very happy to have you. I'm very happy to have you here on the Bridges of Light. And, we have been together in this field of energy. I was a student maybe 7 years back or something like that. I will not count years. I will not count years. But you were my teacher in the hypnotherapy classes, and then you developed your own way uh, of healing, or your own way of resolution of problems, emotional and physical. So, Aatmn Parmar, most welcome. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Wow. Okay. So I began my 15 years as a meditation, and my health issues and a couple of cases that I couldn't solve as a homeopath actually opened me up to look for other possibilities than medical science. I realized that everything is not about just medicine. It's not just about diagnosis. There are several cases which were simply labeled as psychological problem or person's idiosyncrasies and not treated because they did not know how and where it is coming from. So that's where I started my search into energy field to begin with. It began with Reiki, which was freshly introduced in India. And crazily, I would keep doing all courses that were available in India at that time. I was practicing in Mumbai. Almost every weekend, I would rush for some of the courses, including meditation and yoga teachers training and stuff like that. I was just searching for the causative factors for an illness because coming from a medical background, I wanted to understand what goes on before a person develops disease, because by the time they develop a disease, it's too late. A lot of things happen before that. And that search made me to go for a lot of courses. And one of them was hypnosis. I learned, I practiced, I taught to several people all over the world. And then I wanted to figure out something still simpler, still easier. That's when I established a system of healing called Radical. The specialty is here nobody has to heal anybody. You can learn how to heal yourself because you can heal somebody once, but if you teach how to heal, they can heal themselves for life. And that's what I'm focusing on. I hope
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we will come in details for that. How to heal yourself is not that easy. You need a lot of concentration, a lot of knowledge probably for that. But I think you have made a magic mix. Actually, I have passed through similar situations as you. Just learning anything that comes on my way. But when I started the radical healing curriculum with you, I found it's like a magic mix. It's so easy, so simple, so fast. We will talk about it later. Okay, so let us talk first about the chakras. We know that everybody knows in Reiki and other similar things that we have 7 chakras, and everybody knows them. Chakra number 1, number 2, and they go up to. Master Shwakok Sui of the pranic healing, he said it is 12, I think, right? He made it around
More than that, I guess, more than that.
11 or 12. That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because the 12th chakra is the chakra which is here, the upper.
Right, right.
Yes. So, and when I started studying with you, you gave me indefinite number of chakras. Indefinite number of chakras in the face. I don't know how many, 10 or 20 chakras in the face only, in the scalp, in the backside, in the body. So tell us about these minor chakras and what are the significance, and we will go later. What can we heal through these chakras?
Okay. So every time you think which is not really in alignment with your life purpose or a life plan, which a thought which is inconsistent, will generate a set of emotions. Emotions in general generates energy disturbances, and these energy disturbances affect the flow of energy in chakras. Now, apart from 7 major chakras, we have several other minor energy centers where the flow gets disturbed. And if you can catch the disturbance, you can catch the corresponding thought, because every unhealthy thought has a tendency to get lodged in a particular chakra. And that chakra guides you eventually to correct a particular thought. So we specialize in radical how to identify, rectify, and then amplify the correct thought process through chakra knowledge. And we have around more than 250 chakras right now, and a detailed discussion and description of all these chakras,
So
which
you
can
mean,
guide you.
yeah.
Yes.
So you mean an issue would lodge in a certain chakra corresponding to the kind
Yes.
of that issue, right?
Yes. Character of the thought.
The character of the thought, of our
Yes.
thought, of our thought.
Yes. So behind every disease, there is a single incorrect thought.
For
And
example, jealousy, where does it lodge? Jealousy,
jealousy is at the waistline.
waistline. Okay.
Yes.
And there is something about the foreign energies or oaths or something like that. Can you tell us about
Yeah.
just
So
little?
oaths and vows, if you have oaths and vows, it will be stuck in a chakra over here, slightly below above the third eye chakra. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Have
So it's not
curses,
unsorted.
it is
Again,
the chakra.
again, please. I disturbed you.
If you have curses, these are the chakras. This is the chakra.
Okay. So if we feel that we have a curse, we have to check this chakra.
Yes.
So we check the chakra with the pendulum, right?
We can check with the pendulum. There are apps I've made. Now we can check through apps. There are several ways we have found out. When I taught you, it was with the pendulum in those days.
Yes. But
Then I realized a lot of people were not really happy with the pendulum because, the skeptical mind created questions. So I developed apps to make it easier. Yeah.
so let us make an example now. If we have, this is the curse, right? Okay, this is your pendulum.
Yes.
It's giving positive. This
Yeah.
means that I have a curse.
Yes, and a curse is not necessarily a very intended ill statement. It could be as simple as saying, well, you're starting this business, it's not going to work because you haven't taken me as a partner. No? And
Okay,
sometimes
okay.
even those statements can inhibit you from doing what you're doing.
Okay, how would you are welcome, Hassana, Archana, welcome, Mariella, welcome, Lama, everybody are welcome. Okay, so now I want to repeat this for Hassana because she may be interested. So the curse is here, and we check it with this pendulum one of the ways, and it will give a certain positive or negative. Here it says, yes, there is something to do with the curse. Okay, how can I take it out? How can I get rid of this curse?
Yeah, so there are several ways. One is a very smartly designed affirmation, and that affirmation can be, I convert all curses into blessings, or I rise my consciousness beyond curses. And you don't want to use the word curses, I focus on blessings, because if there are curses, there are blessings also. It's up to you what you want to focus on. So there are ways that means to design a smart affirmation that works beautifully for you. Also, there are certain statements. Say, for example, my curses are my soul's love, or my curses are my soul's temple, or I R5 my curses. Now, it will take a little time for me to explain the reasons why these affirmations, but they work amazingly well.
So most of these affirmations are here in this thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So people who are interested may get this one, may get this set, and they will have all the necessary affirmations for whatever problems that they may have, right? Okay,
Yes.
let us talk again about the minor chakras. Please give us more information. So now we know only two chakras. Give us more information about the chakras, please.
So traditionally, we knew only seven major chakras. And now we, of course, know a lot of other chakras. In face itself, there are 42 chakras. So in and around eyes, inner angle of the eyes, outer angle of the eyes, above eyelids, in the lower eyelids, the center part of the eyes, there are different chakras. So every chakra has a specific set of keywords, specific set of statements. Now you would wonder whether actually it is true or not. Even my children actually used to really question me that what are you doing? This pendulum seems to be so unscientific and all that. So I actually developed a way of doing aura photography, which can demonstrate to you when the chakras are not moving well. We'll perhaps talk about it if we get time. So coming back to this minor chakras, I got this information in my meditation over a period of time, and the knowledge kept growing. As people started asking questions and I started answering, I realized that it started getting compiled into pages and pages and volumes of this knowledge. And there were specific applications of this knowledge. It began with healing. It began with fixing things because, the doctor in me was still alive. A hypnotherapist in me was still alive who wanted to do therapy, fixing work. Later, I'm more inspired to understand life, understand subconscious mind, and connect the conscious mind with the superconscious mind through the chakra knowledge. So now chakras are more of a bridge between the conscious mind and the superconscious mind. And every body ache, every body pain, every discomfort tells you if you're not thinking well, or if you're not really aligned to the supreme-most consciousness. So being aware of these chakras help you remain correctly aligned on an ongoing basis to the supreme consciousness while participating in your daily life. You could be traveling by local transport, doing menial work, working with children, people, sick, adults, criminals, doesn't matter. You can still remain connected and experience the bliss, because the chakras can guide you to do that.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. All right. I'll ask the audience if anybody has any specific question. Let us. Do you have a question, Hassana? Go ahead. Abdu, go ahead. Okay. So let us again. We are talking about the chakras as our face is only seen. We let us talk about the face. Okay. Let us start from chakras here because we have also chakras here. Okay, and people, for example, they want to cry, they have some emotions, hidden emotions. Can you just in a general way how about the minor chakras in the face and what would it represent?
Yeah, so as you talked about the grief part of it, if there is a suppressed grief, now that grief can be as old as, say, 20-year-old grief. You
Grief.
haven't been able to cry, yeah, and there's a sadness still stored inside. It will show up during aura photography or chakra reading in the eyelids below the eyes. And at times, just working with it really can be so amazing. I had an amazing case, Bassam. There was a lady whose dog was very sick, a tiny pup, and had a severe jaundice and was not eating since 15 days. He was on a drip because couldn't swallow food and retain food. So intravenous injections were given to sustain his life. And the pup had become so weak and absolutely debilitated. So the lady called me up saying, "What can we do?" I said, "Well, the pup is not going to say the affirmation, but this is your pup and you're getting affected. Can I work with you?" And she said, "Yes." Then when I checked, the grief chakra was anti-clockwise. I said, "When was the last time you cried?" She said, "It's been years. I don't even remember. I've gone through so much, but I've never cried. I've always put up a very brave front because if I cry, my children will get affected adversely. So I've always kept smiling and laughing." I said, "Babe, you need to now cry." I said, "What nonsense?" I said, "Yeah, you want to save your pup. Your pup is actually, you're so attached. The pup is designed to make you cry. You can save your pup's life if you cry before he dies."
Oh,
So she was not in the town. She found some therapist in her town and she actually managed to cry it out. And the day she cried, the pup started recovering and lived longer, almost for a year after that.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
I just asked a friend of mine, she is in Turkey, Hassana. Maybe when you go next time to Turkey, you should meet her. And she said, she didn't ask any question. She said, flow your heart out. And I think what you have said now is relevant to her in a way, not with a puppy, with human beings.
Yes. Yeah. So sometimes when things are happening, we take it very badly. We never know that things that are happening is actually encouraging us for our own cleansing or triggering in a particular way so that we pay attention to them. It's a different thing that we do not have a way to interpret, or infer what our circumstances are telling us, and radical can help you understand that. So if you're going through something for which you have no clue why you manifested that or what needs to be done, probably a radical can help you with
Mm.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's really interesting. So the radical course is how it's how many modules now it is? How
It's a
many levels?
six step course, Basam.
Yeah,
Starting with level one, that is radical crystalline mind.
yeah. Hassana is saying flashback of memories let you grieve.
Yes.
So you have to handle it. You have to handle that, Hassana. Yes. Okay, fine. These are the. If anybody has any problem, any specific problem, we can find it out right now with the Atman. So seize this opportunity and let us have the best out of this time with Atman. Okay, dear. Now let us when we talk about self healing. So, okay, wait 1 second, please. There is something I want to show you on the screen. Can you read on the screen?
Just a second. Let me wear my. Okay. So I understand that there is correspondence between each chakra and each part of our physical and spiritual body. If all chakras work well, we should have a good health. Yes, there is a sense of wellness at that time. What happens when someone goes wrong? Okay, what happens? Generally, there is a local congestion. So if the chakras in the throat area are not working well, you start feeling uneasy. However, if the chakras are mildly affected, you may or may not get that kind of uneasiness. However, there is a little low sense of energy and lack of feeling of wellness. When the chakras are doing very well, you feel in optimum health, not just physical health, maybe your relationships, finances, almost everything works well.
Mhm. Okay, let us talk a little bit now about self healing. When you say self healing, is it that easy to have a self healing, or sometimes you cannot heal yourself? You need a friend or you need somebody or a colleague to heal you, to help you heal yourself. Can you heal yourself on your own without the help of others?
Okay, Bassam. So let me give this example. Like I call healing a soul bathing experience. Okay.
Soul bathing experience. Nice.
Yeah, it's as beautiful as soul bathing. So, you know how you feel when you take a physical bath. You know, you soak your body, and you come out and you feel so clean and so fresh and so good, right? So healing, when done very well, it's like soul bathing experience. You feel so cleansed. Um, if you have a mess for years together, you may take a professional help for first cleansing or periodic cleansing. However, I do insist that you should regularly heal yourself. Healing is our birthright and we owe it to ourselves. So it is not going to be practical. It's going to be a little expensive if you heal regularly. Um, that's why one has to learn how to heal themselves. And
Mm.
this is my main focus that it's good. However, when we are very, very close to a very sensitive emotion, it gets difficult to handle yourself. That's when you need a professional help. What
Mm.
we have designed now, as I was talking to you, Bassam, earlier, is a mentorship program. So have a mentor. You heal yourself, let mentor guide you exactly what to do, when to do, how to do, and still you can't do, then somebody is there to hold your hand. However, the encouragement is more and more on empowering yourself to heal yourself because it's there in us. Dogs and cats and elephants and animals and birds, they heal because the healing energy is everywhere. It's because of our thoughts. We get so misaligned to the universal flow of healing that we need somebody to put us back in touch with that flow. Um, if you do this on a regular basis, you can go a long way healing your own self. And that would be a beautiful experience of living in alignment on an ongoing basis, unless there's a huge mess, like a big shock of life, or you've gone through a major trauma. That's when, of course, you need therapeutic intervention.
Okay, a question here. How would, okay, we are talking mostly about emotions now and feelings. How about physical pain?
So it's interesting. I don't see pains as physical pains unless there are structural changes like fractures or tumors. Most of the physical pains are there in the mind. When you set the mind well, the pains disappear. Pains are the reminders that you're not thinking right. I
Pains
get
are a reminder of you not
that you're
thinking
not
right.
thinking right. Yes. If you do not have a structural pain, you know, the if you have a floating, fleeting pain or recent pains without any structural damage, what I mean is no tumors, no accidents, fractures, not of that kind, no cuts. If there is a structural change, then of course the pain will tell you give rest. Okay.
How can we stop it before? Go ahead.
Yeah, so if you have a pain otherwise without any structural changes, which we do have often, like headache or neck pain or stiff muscles or mild joint pains or muscle pains, these pains, tell me where is it paining, and I'll tell you what's your thought which is not working very well. Tell me where did you get the accidents or injury, and I'll tell you what was going on in your mind at that time, because every pain has a story associated with that. It was sad that so far people did not have a way to figure out the story. With Radical, now you can understand what's the story behind the pain. And once you address that story very well, the pains disappear faster than popping the pills, trust me. And that gives you a major conviction that you've caught the thought process very well.
Okay, you are talking about these normal illnesses like headaches and things. How about the real things like diabetes, like these proper things? I mean, not proper. The real illnesses.
Real cases, yeah, I mean, a lot of them, for example, hormonal disorders. I'm talking about all these functional disorders. We can work very well with that. Fevers and colds and cough and infections. And yes, of course, we can work with them. So far, there are no
Okay.
structural cases. There are no, if that's not a surgical case, we can work very well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here, Mariella is saying something. So a good function of our chakras corresponds to a higher level of energy vibrations, which means being in spiritual healing connection with the divine dimensions and all universe. That is correct. And here a question from Hassana. Can we talk about simple ways of healing?
Yes, Hasina, sure. We can talk about simple ways of healing. Well, there are two modalities which is parallel to Radical, or another part of the Radical is one is Soul's Temple and another is Soul's Love. Anything that you associate with Soul's Temple and Soul's Love works very well. And maybe you can watch the videos on Soul's Temple and Soul's Love on internet and learn it yourself. These are all self-healing modalities. Or you can learn from Bassam straight. He knows it. He's very good at it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let us. Well, I think we lot of things to talk about this self healing and the chakras, but let's not make the session monotonous. Let's go jump to aura reading. We know that we had the Kirlian photography before that can picture the aura. What is the aura first? Tell me.
So aura is the energy field in and around us. Our physical body is soaked in the energy field like a sponge
Yes.
soaked in a bucket full of water. Okay. The aura moves in and out of our body. Most people think that the aura is outside. No, aura is also in and out of our body. In fact,
Yeah.
our body is in the aura. We share the auric space, auric pool. And there are some spots where the energy does not move very smoothly, but it moves in a circular fashion, which are known
Hmm.
as chakras because they look like wheels. And the wheel is, chakra is a sensitive name for wheel.
Okay. So can we see how this aura photography? First of all, you will please show us some slides on that. So you have a system of aura photography. So it's a sort of a software, or how can we do this aura photography?
All right, let me see if I
So
can
let
share
us
this.
first, until you prepare,
Hmm.
yes, send it to me. I will share it.
Yeah, I can share from here.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there we got it.
Here you are.
So as you
Hello,
see,
welcome.
yes. So I'm talking
So what are you
about the
seeing now?
major. Hmm. So as I see major and minor chakras, like this is the third eye chakra, this is the throat chakra, heart chakra, and you can see several minor chakras here. So this chakra form a
Yes.
kind of a ripple. Okay. And when it forms a ripple, we know that they are open. So there's a minor chakra here, there's a minor chakra at the shoulders. When the ripple formation is there, that means the person is in a very good state of health. Otherwise also, in all respect. Now, little congestion over here indicates that he has to work tomorrow. Yeah.
We cannot see your cursor, Atman, please. The cursor.
Cursor you cannot see? Okay.
We cannot see your cursor. No.
Okay. The little congestion on the top of the head and rest of the ripple formation, if the chakra is open, it will show a kind of a ripple. You know, like how, when you throw a stone in water, and you see those circular movement, somewhat similar is seen in the aura photography.
Okay, so let us talk about the very distinct thing here, the yellow on the shoulders. We see yellow, and there is a white triple, and then green, and then something else. And
you're talking about the outer aura, Bassam, right?
What does this mean?
Yeah, so by and large, yellow color means the person is a system-loving person, likes to have system in place. The person himself may not be so systematic, but would like to. Yeah. Green, by and large, indicates a person is a good solution finder. Orange color is a very charismatic, magnetic color. People with a lot of orange color in their aura often attract a lot of people. So they become a very popular personality. And purple indicates spiritual personality, somebody who's curious, who wants to know subject in depth. Yeah. So next question. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Bassam.
When we are able to, you're back. Okay, I took your session and started explaining. So you do it.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, go ahead. So I was asking you about this yellow on the shoulders, and the ripples are little green and white and green.
Yes.
Yes. Can you explain that?
So the green ripples indicate a person with more of a solution-finding temperament. So, yeah, today I had a client with a lot of green in his aura. He seemed to be a corporate honcho, head of a company. And I saw a lot of green. I said, you're likely to be giving a lot of solution to people, orange and green. A very popular personality. He says, I run classes on Gita in the morning since 5 years constantly, and I have a huge followers. So there are regular listeners. Every day they listen to the Gita. And I give solutions through my spiritual knowledge.
So this green represents the solution. What about the yellow?
Yellow, system-oriented personality who likes systems in place. They get a little ruffled if things are not in order.
Okay.
Or somebody who maintains a hierarchy very well.
Yeah. Can you look at the throat? His throat. There is something around the throat which giving like a bluish color.
Yeah. So the bluish color around the throat is so if you see in the center part of it, the throat chakra is beautifully open. On the sides, on the left hand side, if you can see, probably that particular chakra has recently healed. He was perhaps very sensitive to his own rude, rough, and arrogant behavior, which he's now getting okay with.
What's the color of the chakra when it is blocked?
When the chakras are fully blocked and needs a lot of attention, it would be maroon or red.
Maroon or red. So, and this guy here, we have on his crown.
In his crown, yeah. He needs attention there.
Okay, if you have this problem on his crown, I mean, what's his status? Why Why? Is it the crown usually is the connection with the higher consciousness, and when it is blocked, means he is refusing his actual reality or what?
So probably a very skeptical guy. So needing to have more faith.
Skeptical. Yes.
Yeah, needing to have more
Mm.
faith in his connectivity. Not that he was not connected, but he was lacking that faith in the possibility and coming from the position of a lot of questions about spirituality.
So this means probably doesn't take spirituality doesn't take it as serious. That's what
And
do you think?
I would say rather he's very serious, but he wanted a proof.
A proof. Yeah. So these are the
Yeah.
scientific people.
Yes. So it was not easy for him to take it seriously, but he wanted to take seriously. So, uh, yeah. So people who want a lot of proof are also very serious about them, and they take time. But once they accept it, they're very good.
Very interesting. There is a question here from Mariella. Please read it. What about the connection between color and personality? I love green, yellow, and orange. What does it? What do you think? What can you answer?
So green color is often related to heart chakra, yellow with the solar chakra, and orange with the sacral chakra. Your story is around these three chakras more often. Yeah.
Mhm. About the again, please, the sacral chakra.
Orange, yellow with solar, and heart green color.
Okay. That's really nice. Okay, so tell us about this one photography. If somebody wants to have this photography, how can he get it?
Bassam is there. Please contact him.
Thank you. The advertisement.
If you want to buy software, then you can contact me.
So I was telling when you left, I was telling the audience that you need a camera.
Yes. Now, in this lockdown period, you need a digital camera, and we'll tell you how precisely you can take a picture because the software is
Yeah,
dependent on the
are we back?
correct lightings and positioning. So, if you
Yes,
take a proper
I
digital
think
camera
yes, we
and
are
send
back.
it to Bassam, he will scan.
Okay,
Yes.
the voice is not clear. Your audio is not clear. Let us repeat. So you need a camera.
You need a digital
The phone
camera,
camera
correct
wouldn't work, right?
yeah, you need a white colored background, white matte finished, a digital camera, take a picture, learn how to take a picture because not any random picture, not a mobile picture, just digital camera, and send that picture across to an aura photographer who does this work. Uh, Here you can send it to Bassam and Bassam can scan it and give you advice based on that.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I will repeat because we had some problem with the audio. So these pictures are done. You need a digital camera and you need a white background, and it's preferable to have white cloth. Okay, so the colors will be clear. When you do that, you have to ask a consultant, and Atman is recommending me. So you are welcome to send me your picture, and I will scan it here on my software, and I can give you a report on what can I read on your chakra, on your auras, and how is your aura performing. So let us keep it. For example, I mean, this picture, just the same like this picture, this upper side white color and send it to me and you are welcome. I can give you the consultation. Okay, then what else we have to talk about? Do you have any other example on the aura photography?
Basam, yeah, there are I mean, not that I particularly remember. Mm, like, for example, I had a client today having the son who was attention deficit ADHD case, couldn't study very well, restless. with several complaints from the school and institutions and difficulty in making a career for himself. And I checked aura photography for father and son both, and both of them had curse chakra over here. So
Curse
now,
chakra.
curse, yes, it could be like it appears to be a family curse problem because of which the son is going through the troubles. And of course, it's just the beginning today, and probably if they work on curse, they have a very huge potential to find a positive shift in son's life.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. There is something in the radical that we have went through. It is the R5.
Mhm.
Okay, can you tell us about the 5 R's, please, and how can we use it to help ourselves?
Right. So, Bassam, this I've written in my book, A Radical Crystalline Mind, in a great detail. Our problems are not because of what's happening outside in the world. Our problems are not because how others are approaching us. Our problems are because how we are responding to that particular person or a situation or possibilities.
Yes.
And why that's our problem is because we have a habit of storing certain people, information, objects, memories in systematic folders. And every folder is assigned a particular task or set of reactions. Okay, so if you look at your home folders, like if you have a system in the house, if you put everything in the dustbin, it will eventually go out of your house next morning, right? If you put anything in the laundry section, it will go for wash. If you put in a dishwasher, it's eventually going to get washed and cleaned one fine day. If you put it in the refrigerator, it will remain for a very long time and it will get cool. Yeah, if you put it in the oven, it's going to get warm. Same way, our folders in the subconscious mind also have some of the systems designed and pre-assigned. So if a very nice gentleman is put in the folder of a horrible man, even though gentleman has no intent to hurt you or do anything, you are going to be on your guard. So your problems are because of incorrect subconscious mind filing system. And the remedy for that is I revive, I recognize, I realign, I reorient, and reposition. So when you reposition all your information, you stop reacting the way you were reacting earlier and adding to the complications, because people are not our problem. So if I say, for example, if I have a problem with a man called John, now, John is actually not my problem. It appears to be my problem, but my reaction to John is my problem. And
Yeah.
why would I react to John in a particular way is because I have filed memories related to John in the folder of a problematic person. So every
Ah.
time you hear word John, I'm on my alert. I may even get abusive. I may get difficult. I may get irritable, and I may react adversely. And John would wonder, what did I do? I mean, I've been fine. I haven't really bothered you. But it's my filing system. So the moment I understand that, and if I can shift John from a person, from a folder of a problematic person to a folder where all nice people are stored, I'm going to be fine with John. So,
Okay.
yeah. And
You'll be
similar,
fine with John. But how about John to be fine with, he will be fine with you as well? He will correspond to that?
yeah, as you start behaving in a different way, you start sending out signals in a different way, John will change. Over and above, John will more or less behave based on my belief about John.
So you are sending him the waves. We are sending the waves when we are repositioning. So
Yes.
when we say the R5, I revive, I reposition, I
Recognize.
recognize. The first thing is to recognize. The first thing is to
Yes.
recognize. So first, my dear audience, recognize the problem, and you say, I recognize the
I
problem or the person
realign.
or the emotion. And then you go to revive, and then you go to reposition.
Yes,
And
revive, because a lot of things are in dormant memory. So when you use the word revive, they come to your subconscious mind easily.
mm,
Then you've got to recognize. Recognition create a dissociation, a
oh yeah.
distance and objectivity. Realigning, reorienting, and repositioning will make it easier for us to deal with it.
Yes, yes. So it will be in the right place, and this the subconscious, which is the great, the great personal, what do you call it? Not
Asset.
advisor, like the Minister of
Advisor.
Defense.
Yes.
Yes, he will take care of that. We don't care where, but he will be, that super consciousness will work on that. So when we decide and we give the universe our proper statement in the proper way,
Yeah.
the universe will work on its
Yes.
own. Is that
The
right?
advantages when you uh, reorganize your storage system in the subconscious mind, you create space for further download. So there are beautiful downloads and upgrades available in the universe. Because your systems are so overloaded and cluttered with incorrect storage system, it's important that you correct the storage system so that you can create the space. And when you create the space, you can download the new programs and be more functional than what you were earlier.
So we have to be realistic. We have to know our problem easily, or the person or the emotion, and just say these magic words, and the universe will do its job. There is something here. This is from Mariella Atman. You have a spiritual pull on, I think.
Thank you so much, Maria.
And here, Hassana, can every healer radiate the same energy? Can every healer radiate the same energy? What do you answer, please?
I wonder which energy and same energy you're talking about. We are unique beings, we have our own frequencies. The positivity that you can feel in me probably is a result of a lot of work. I'm also a woman who has gone through my share of ups and downs and stories related to my relationships and finances and um, interesting challenges. And thanks to my consistent self healing, and thanks to my connectivity with the superconsciousness, I've managed to turn all adversities into an advantage and make the best out of it. And I'm
Mm,
sure all of you can do that. It's completely possible.
that's very interesting. So you advise, and I advise. We can both advise people to have a few moments with themselves.
It's very
Okay.
important. Yeah.
Yes, and be realistic, and don't
Yeah.
put mask. See your face properly in the mirror without
Yeah.
masks. And then when you know the story, you will be. It's very easy to resolve it. So the solutions are over there, all over. That's what you have said before, right? That's from your book.
Yes, the more most of the disease, what is disease is dis-ease, and when
This.
you have the dis-ease is
Mm.
when you wear a jacket that doesn't fit you, and you wear the
Oh,
jacket to please others. Okay, so most of us land up wearing the jacket that doesn't fit us, but it's a trendy one. Okay, it's a need of the hour, so we wear it. I'm not
mhm.
talking about the jacket made up of clothes. I'm talking about the jacket which is an outer appearance, which is not really fitting you. So be yourself. Have a
That's
courage, and that gives you ease of being who you are, and that will bring out the best in you, because trying to be somebody else or something else or someone is not letting you recognize how beautiful you are from within.
yeah, yeah. Do you have a copy of your book? We can show the cover handy.
Mm, not at the moment, I'm sorry. Just a sec. Yes, I have it. Just a sec.
Okay,
I thank you. Okay, so here's the book.
okay. Can we read?
The name is Radical Crystalline Mind. It's from Balboa Press, the USA.
Okay, crystalline mind. How can you
Radical.
make your mind crystalline?
What is crystalline is okay. Let me give you an example of charcoal and a diamond, right? So the common element between the charcoal and a diamond is carbon, and
Carbon. That's
yet
true.
diamond is crystalline and charcoal is amorphous and pretty rough. And the value is different, the functionality is different. Diamond is so hard and tough. Charcoal can crumble under the pressure, get burnt out very easily. The only difference between the diamond and a charcoal is the molecular arrangement. In case of diamond, the carbon element is arranged in a very, very compact way, while
Mhm.
in charcoal, the carbon is not organized well. So, mind where information is organized in a compact way is like a diamond, crystalline in nature, sharp, strong, very well organized, radiant, um, allows the light to pass through, very clear, you know, and can sustain the pressures of life very well, and valued for being who they are. And radical helps you be that.
Okay, so it's a process of moving from the charcoal state to the crystal state, the diamond state, and this we can do it in just reorganizing our inner
Thought process.
molecules.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mhm. That's really very interesting.
Thank you, Bassam.
Okay, so last question. We are talking about the mind. When we talk about the mind, uh, Hassan is saying very discipline the mind. So when we discipline the mind, then we are moving from the charcoal to the diamond state, right?
Yes.
Okay, last question, Atman, please. The mind and the soul, where are they located and what are they? Are they physical or metaphysical?
So tell me, where is the software located in your computer? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the brain is like a hardware, and mind is the software. So mind cannot function without brain, and the brain doesn't function without mind. So they're like hardware, software, right? And superconscious mind can be compared with a cloud consciousness or
Uh-huh.
internet connection. So we are all entitled to an amazing internet connection, provided we reduce the load from the subconscious mind, create space, and develop this beautiful connection with the superconscious mind to get all your answers, guidance, solutions, and also the healing assistance. When some of the computers are not doing very well, all you do is just connect to the internet, go to the proper site, just leave it overnight, and then they will get upgraded on their own. You don't even have to work hard towards it. So it's so easy. Once you learn to connect to the superconscious mind, the healing happens like this.
Beautiful. Great.
Till then, you have to work a little bit.
Okay, great. I try to pull out of you many things as much as I can. I thank you so much, Atman. You are a great lady. I owe you.
Thank you.
I owe me. I don't know how does it say, but you made a difference in my life as well. I thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much, and
Thank
I
you.
thank all the audience. If you need any help or any question, please let me know. If I can answer, I will answer. If I cannot, I will forward the question to Atman in India. Thank you, Atman. Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
we hope to see you again.
Thank you so much for organizing this show. Thank you. I'm
Thank you so
grateful.
much,
Thank
and I
you.
say goodbye for everybody. Thank you so much.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Have a great
Thank
day. Bye bye. Thank you.